guys, this is Lord Chael speaking on behalf of our show sponsor, Established Titles. Established Titles is a project based on a Scottish custom where landowners are referred to as lords and ladies. They allow you to buy as little as 1 square foot of dedicated land so you can officially call yourself a lord or a lady. Established Titles is not just about your ego. You also get to do some good. In addition to your new fancy title, Established Title supports global charities like One Tree Planet and Trees for the Future to help with the afforestation effort. Your title pack gets you at least 1 square foot of dedicated land in a private estate in Scotland. Your certificate features a unique plot number where you can see the exact location of your land. And right now, Established Titles is holding 200 plots of land right next to mine. So come join me in the Bad Guy Inc. Kingdom. Getting this certificate even allows you to officially change your name to Lord or Lady. Put it on your credit card, put it on your plane tickets, or if you're so inclined, put it on your dating profile. Makes for a great last-minute gift, and there's even couples packs that come with adjoining plots of land. Established Titles is having a great limited time sale. Go to establishedtitles.com/Chael to save 10% off today. Remember to use the promo code Chael or just click on the link below. Well, I'm a Prohaska fan. I mean, right, like if Yuri is counting the members in his fan base, he can now add 1. I'm there. Now, I would love to tell you guys, I would love to explain to you what happened between Yuri and Glover. And it's not that I lack any information. I have all the information that possibly exists. And I will explain it to you right now. And when it's done, before you think, Chael, you missed something, or Chael, you left something out. No, I'm not. No, I am not. We have language barriers. In all fairness, we have between Yuri, between what I'm going to say to you guys, between Glover, as good as they are, something here is missing. Something here is not right. And before I tell you the story, and you think I don't know, yes, I do. I know it all. Even if the fact pattern I'm about to lay out for you seems off. Now, okay. I'm not looking to be a dick about it, right? And I know that I'm not known over here to spare the lash, but I would never kick a man when he's down. Ever. To tell the story accurately, I must start at the beginning, which is you guys did not care about this fight. And when I make that statement, I get resistance from you. You could pay analysts, and the UFC does. You could pay analysts, and Bellator does. You could hire analysts, and One Championship does, and you can pay them a ton of money, and they all do, to give what's called a projection. How is this fight going to do so we can operate within some confinement of budget? Or you could go to Chael Sonnen's YouTube page for free. There will be absolutely no difference. I am not only audited, I am publicly audited. I am not one of the biggest voices in the sport. I am the biggest. And I understand the arrogance in that statement. And please don't tell me Joe Rogan's bigger. Joe Rogan has 25 topics and I have 1. I do not give a damn who's on the moon. So when I tell you that I have my thumb on the pulse of this sport at all times to an exact increment, it does not come with exaggeration. It is audited, but it is publicly audited. So when I put out a topic about Prohaska versus Glover, it is the biggest bomb that I have personally produced in my time over here at YouTube. Now, I don't have a lot of options once it bombs. There's not a lot of good options. But when this thing tanked and none of you clicked on it to see it, the comments and the interactions, it's just dead. I didn't accept that it was. I thought I must have posted it on a weird day. It must have, collectively and in coincidence, been at the same time in the same day as something else in the world was coming, and I got drowned it out. So you know what I did? I doubled down and I made another piece. It bombed. You guys didn't click on it. You didn't go down to the comments. You didn't act on it. Now, I read every single comment. And a person left me a comment. And they said, Chael, this fight doesn't bomb. The relation between us wanting to see this fight and us wanting to hear your video talking about the fight are not correlated. Yeah, they are. They're exactly correlated. They are 100% parallel. You do not need to pay $1 million to an analytics firm. You could just have me drop an idea and go to YouTube publicly and know if it's going to work or not. Now, this is just the truth, and I don't know why. I have my guesses on Prochazka versus Glover. I have my guesses. But it had nothing to do with the physicalities of the sport. Those two already met up. It goes down, in my mind, as the greatest light heavyweight fight of all time as far as entertainment goes. That's a huge bar to pass because that spot was held, I believe it was since 2013. Jon Jones and Alexander Gustafsson. If I'm wrong, it was 2014. Jones, Gus, part one, greatest light heavyweight fight I've ever seen. And I've seen other really good ones. Prochazka Glover replaced it. I don't think that you guys disagree with me. And those of you that don't have it at number one, you've got in your top three. And then if you get the really big jerk at the party, he doesn't have it at the top five. Like, this is an awesome fight, for sure. It was the fight to make. We know who our champion is, right? He's the guy with that big 12-pound gold belt. But what is a number one contender? I'm not sold on the idea that you, the audience, is aware of what definition is supposed to be attached to number one contender. It is supposed to, and I get that we don't get here very often, right? I mean, things are tough and you move forward. It's supposed to mean this guy, the number one contender, has proven to be the best of the field. He's the champion of the field. He's just not the champion of the weight class yet. So now that he's proven himself the best offering of the field, there's one question left, which is, can this guy beat the guy? We don't get there that often. We try, but the sport moves really fast. Glover was for sure the guy. And he was for sure the guy because he'd already beaten Yuri. Mathematically, he'd already beaten Yuri. He just had to run out the clock. And by the way, there was only 30 ticks left. Okay, so we found the match. We found the fight. We got the venue. We're going to T-Mobile. We got the worldwide leader of ESP on it. And Chael triples down. Makes another piece. Oh, I told you a great story about these guys. Told you how good the first fight was. Told you all about it. Broke down the math. Brought up to 30 seconds. Boy, I had everything that you would want for a fight. It bombed. You didn't want to see it. Okay. Now, we know there's trouble in paradise on that fight. And this isn't me being a jerk. I'm attempting to tell the story. That's all I'm attempting to do. We know there's trouble in paradise, not just because Chael's YouTube, which is the most accurate thing you could possibly have in this way. If you want an indication of what you should do as a promoter, you reach out to me quietly and you ask me to make a piece on such and such idea, and then you see how it does. That is exactly what the top promoters in this sport do, and I'm happy to do it. I don't mind that at all. I don't charge them. I don't even call it a favor. Yes, absolutely. Okay. We know there's trouble in paradise not just because you guys say so. In a public audit, we know there's trouble in paradise because we start a rumor that Jones and Stipe is going to be that same night. Now, we've already got the light heavyweights booked. They're signed. That's done. We're going to bring in somebody over the top of that. We're going to replace our main event. Now, this isn't a maybe. This isn't a one. Like what I'm saying right now, you don't have to be Kreskin. This is glaringly obvious, but here we are. Here's the date. Here's the fight, and off we go. So what do? We're going to bring these two guys to New York City, and we're going to pray to God and heaven above that with the most powerful media force that can possibly be assembled on Earth, something interesting can happen, and it didn't. I'm not talking about manufacturing stuff. When I talk about this stuff, I'll always have somebody that tells me you're a WWE fan. I can't remember last time I watched the WWE. I don't deny that when Hulk Hogan was leg dropping people and picking up Andre the Giant back in 1986, I don't deny that I appreciated that. But there is no part of me that ever suggests the manufacturing of conflict. Ever. Something's interesting, something is not. It doesn't have to be conflicted related. It can be organic. It doesn't have. But we bring them out to New York. We run the cameras on the outside chance that somehow this becomes more interesting, and it doesn't. Okay, we've now done everything that we can do. There's nothing more we can do. We're going to roll these guys out, and we're just going to stick to the plan. Exactly what the plan says. They're going to get on an airplane this day, and then they're going to check their way this day. There's going to be a little bit of a media scrum that I have a feeling nobody's going to show up to, but we're going to hold it anyway. And then we're going to do a weigh-in, and then 5 hours after the weigh-in, we're going to do a ceremonial weigh-in, and then we're going to start the damn show. Fine. That's fine, but this is where we're at. Okay. You know what? We're actually going to stop right here. I'm going to stop you right here. There's a thumbnail. You clicked on this. I don't have to make a great piece to make you click on it. I have to have a great thumbnail. You don't know what I'm going to talk about. I could have given you the cure to cancer. You didn't know. I'm actually going to stop the piece right here. I'll get back to you. I'll continue this in another piece. But I think for right now, I'm just going to prove the point that you guys just don't care about this match.